What's that book right there you got? What's that?
It's by a French writer. It's about a little village in the French Alps during World War II. I'm just interested in what you guys are talking about.
Are you a man of faith? You believe in God?
You know, I gotta say, I don't know. I mean, I'm not religious because I just don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm ignorant. Okay?
So do you know what ignorance comes to be easily influenced? That means you can be swayed in any direction, being the wrong direction when you have no knowledge. So don't rest on being ignorant.
No, I'm not resting on it.
So what have you figured out in your journey?
No, here's what I think. I think human beings don't know everything. That's what I think.
So what does that mean?
That means human beings want to know, to read the meaning of life and all that. Everybody wants to know that, and a lot of people think they know. I'm not so sure.
Do you feel like a principle in life is balance?
No doubt.
Do you feel like a principle in life of a human being is balance?
Yeah, you know, but
Would you agree with that? Would you concede to balance?
Yeah, I'd like to believe that. I just don't know why we're here.
We're not talking about why we're here. We're talking about what's going on while we're here.
Yeah, okay. I think we should try to be nice to each other, everybody. That's what I think.
Okay, but can we be can you legitimately be nice to me if I treat you like shit?
It would make it difficult.
Do you feel like it would be dumb or ignorant of you?
It would be dumb.
It would be dumb.
It would be dumb.
So,
I agree.
would you agree that it's dumb for the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to be nice to white people, seeing that they have treated us like absolute shit, yet we continue to try and love them?
I understand what you're saying. You got a good point.
So if you understand and I have a good point, what do you think should be done about it?
I think there should be more equality. I mean, I think there should be more affirmative action programs.
Affirmative action?
I think so.
So I should just get it automatically just because I'm black. I don't have to be qualified.
No,
I don't have to have anything. Just give it to me because...
No, you need to have common sense. Because, like you said...
But that's not affirmative action.
There's been a lot of discrimination against minorities.
Here's the thing. To be honest, I'm done talking. Here's the thing. For anybody to come pushing affirmative action, it just means, get that Ecclesiastes 7:7. That's what affirmative action is. It's nothing but a gift.
Right.
It's nothing but a gift.
So what do you think?
Listen, here's the thing. It's nothing but a gift to get me to be comfortable in a place that treats me like shit. You want to treat me like shit for 6 days of the week, and then on the 7th, you want to give me a whole cake and ice cream party.
So
and then turn right back around the next day and keep kicking me in the ass. And
do?
I'm done being kicked in the ass.
Okay.
Bring it out.
Okay, what you do then?
I'm about to show you right now.
Ecclesiastes 7:7.
Give me Isaiah 49.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
I'm mad because I'm tired of being kicked in the ass. That's oppression, right?
I got it.
That's oppression. Go ahead.
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
And the gift destroyeth the heart. That's what affirmative action is. It's nothing but a gift. That's why I said. Now I'm about to show you what we're gonna do. Give me that. This is what we want. This is what we want before we want to establish equality. Before we want to move forward, this is what we want. Go ahead.
Book of Isaiah chapter 49, verse 23. And kings shall be thy nursing fathers.
Go ahead.
And their queens thy nursing mothers.
You know why? Because blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians were nursing mothers and fathers to the so-called white man when they had us in chains. So guess what? We want something called reciprocity. We want something called justice. We want to establish balance in this place. And guess what? Things are very, very unbalanced right now. Before we can establish equality, equality is balance. Equality is balance. So before we can establish equality, we have to get even. Equality and even, are they synonymous? Equality and even, I want you to answer the question. Equality and being even, are they synonymous with each other?
They are synonymous.
They are very much synonymous. Go ahead.
Slack you. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth.
Go ahead.
And lick up the dust off thy feet.
We want you to bow down and lick up the dust off of our feet before we can even think about moving forward.
Well, it'd be difficult to make that happen.
Why?
Oh, hey, let me tell you something.
How is that difficult?
Yeah, let me move all the barriers out.
Bow down. I don't believe you. Actions speak louder than words.
You know, I want to be friendly, but I'm getting negative feeling from you.
How do you get a negative feeling from me? Because I want justice. I want you to bow down. I want to see how sincere you are.
Let me tell you something. All my 4 grandparents came from Norway.
What does that mean?
That means that my ancestors didn't have anything to do with the black slavery problem in America. We came from northern.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
And
I'm gonna give you a basic understanding.
you don't
How
care.
did? No, I'm gonna show you. I actually do care. That's why I heard you. What comes to mind when you say, "Well, my people are from Norway," so that wasn't me. Here's the thing. How did the Norwegians have an opportunity to come here to the Americas? How did you have the opportunity?
I'm a little hazy on that. I think what happened was.
Ooh, bring it out. Bring it out.
This is the first thing our article coming up in the news in English.com. It says Norway's participation in the transatlantic slave trade is back to haunt the country
Back
as
to
an
haunt the
alliance
country.
of Caribbean nations.
Listen. You know why you don't know it? Because you're lying and you're leaning on ignorance.
Well, I'm not lying, but
No. Not like telling a tale. Lying like you're supporting yourself with ignorance. You come and say I'm ignorant and I just don't know. Because I asked you. I said, what have you found out in your journey? You skipped over the question. You don't know anything about the Norwegians' part in the transatlantic slave trade
right.
because you don't care. That's why I said actions is going to speak louder than words. What's going to get me to understand that you are truly sincere? Bow down with your face towards the ground and lick up the dust of my boot.
That's right.
that wouldn't help.
Why wouldn't it help?
No, because that wouldn't be positive.
Why isn't it? It's moving in the right direction to establish equality and get even.
because
It's
I'm
called
not-
balance.
But I'm not asking you to lick my shoes.
How would you even dare
Preset.
ask me some
Preset.
bullshit like that?
You know, I
You would have no reason for me to bow down to you.
Yeah, no. Look,
I'm trying to establish equality in the world today, and you're working against it. You know why? Because you'd rather me have affirmative action rather than you submitting yourself to someone who's more powerful than you, to someone who's better than you, to someone who's smarter than you,
Right.
to someone who's stronger than you.
That's
you
right.
You don't even want to talk to me. You
I don't.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
So get up the block.
Fuck Norway.
And with that, we give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High God, Yahweh. We do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yamashak Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. The white man is a faggot, he's a devil. And with that, we're going to say, death to America!
Death to America!
And death to the